Up, DW Nation? It's your boy, Asante Grundy, once again, with another Raw recap. We had a tag team championship match that occurred last night, as well as a WWE superstar who picked up two huge wins last night and has some great momentum right now. So, I'm here to break it down for you guys and the other stuff that happened last night, so stay tuned. With our first match of the night, we have Elias versus AJ Styles. Now, this was a very physical match. It was very competitive. Elias did his thing, and AJ, he also did his thing as well. But AJ gets the win due to DQ. But at the same time, I could see this feud just continuing on, especially since it gives AJ something to do, as well as Omos to show people what he can do in the ring too. Even though it was just Elias versus AJ, it's a good way to get Omos involved too. So we'll see where it goes from here. With our next match of the night, we have Drew Gulak versus Angel Garza. And this was a very quick match. Angel Garza, he just put Drew Gulak away very quickly as he's trying to make a statement. Because the sky's the limit for him. I want to see Angel Garza get involved more. This man is talented, but you know how WWE is with certain people. But he just takes care of Drew Gulak really quickly. And Drew Gulak, he needs to rebound and just do something, because that's another loss he took by Angel Garza, and he better rebound quickly before this really gets out of hand. With our next match of the night, we have Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston, and this was a pretty good match, believe it or not, and it was Kofi Kingston who came out on top with the help of his team member Xavier Woods, by Xavier just playing his trombone, causing a distraction to Randy, and obviously that's going to cause a lot of distractions, so I'm not surprised Randy got distracted by that. So Randy gets distracted by that, and Kofi just gets the roll-up win and a huge win for himself. Now, this was obviously revenge from last week, so you know that Kofi, he wanted to avenge what happened last week. For those who don't know, Randy Orton just RKO'd everyone last week. His team member from last week, Matt Riddle, as well as New Day. So, yeah, Kofi, he wanted to make a statement with this. Next up, we have a women's tag team championship. We have the new tag team champions, Tamina and Natalya, versus former tag team champions, Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Now, pretty much how all this happens is that Tamina and Natalya, they retain. It was a championship match, so you knew they wanted to hold on to those belts that they just won, which they did. But what also happened during this match is that Alexa Bliss comes out, and also Reginald, he's out ringside too. So Alexa, she's trying to cause a distraction, which she does, and Reginald, he tries to enter the ring, but fire comes out of the pole from the turnbuckle, and yeah, Reginald, he gets injured from the fire, so, which causes Tamina and Natalya to retain. So Alexa, she pretty much just helped out Natalya and Tamina, and you can believe Shayna and Nia, they were not happy about that. But I can see Alexa getting in a match very soon. I want to see her get involved. Our next match of the night, we have Sheamus versus Ricochet in a very good match. I believe this was the best match of the night. This was a really good match between two talented wrestlers. Ricochet put up great effort. Sheamus, he put up a great effort, but it was Sheamus who came out on top by delivering a brogue kick to Ricochet. But Ricochet, he should just keep his head up, because he came up and he almost pulled off a huge win. This would have been a huge win for Ricochet, but he just came up short. He had chances to seal the win, but he couldn't get it done. And Sheamus, he just got the better of him, so it was just better wrestling by Sheamus, so I can't really blame Sheamus on that one. But also, just Ricochet, like I say, he should just keep his head up, because he almost pulled off a huge win, but we'll see how he recovers from this loss. With our next match of the night, we have Asuka versus Charlotte Flair, and this was the second best match of the night that happened last night by two of the top female wrestlers on the roster, and they both did their thing. And how it happened was that Asuka, she picks up a huge win against Charlotte. Now, pretty much Rhea Ripley, the women's champion, she was at ringside. She was watching everything, observing everything. But she slightly gets involved, because when Charlotte Flair was out of the ring, she got in Rhea's face. And I don't blame Rhea, especially since the rivalry Charlotte and Rhea have. And so then later on in the match, Charlotte Flair, she kicks Rhea Ripley, and then she proceeds to try to get Asuka in the roll-up win. But Asuka, she counters that, and she proceeds to put a roll-up on Charlotte Flair, and it becomes a successful roll-up for her as she gets the win off of that. Now, my thing is, if Charlotte wasn't so hung up on Rhea Ripley, she probably could have won this match. But yeah, I think with her being so focused on Rhea, cost her this match. So, but great win for Asuka, though. This is a huge win for her. Our next match of the night, we have Damien Priest versus John Morrison. And this was a good match. It wasn't a great one, but this was also a lumberjack match, and Damien Priest, he's the one who comes out on top of this one. And I can't say I'm not surprised, because this man is literally on fire. Like, Damien Priest, I don't know what's gotten into him, but this man is just getting W's after W's week after week, and this man is looking like a serious threat for the title really soon. And speaking of the title, after the match, he does mention Bobby Lashley, and he has his eyes set on the gold. So we'll see soon enough if Damien Priest can get in that championship picture. But with Morrison, he needs to figure something out, because Damien's been getting the better of him and The Miz, so he needs to pull off something real soon. With our final match of the night, we have Kofi Kingston versus Bobby Lashley. Yes, Kofi Kingston, he had a doubleheader tonight, and he now squares off with Bobby Lashley. And how this happens is that Bobby, he was about to get the dub, and he was about to get another win, but out comes Drew McIntyre. He takes MVP's cane and he hits Bobby with it, and which allowed Kofi to get the roll-up win on Bobby. And yeah, Kofi Kingston, that's two huge wins in one night versus two superstars in Randy Orton and now Bobby Lashley. So shout out to Kofi. The man did his thing. Even though he had help versus Bobby, it was still a W. He still got the win at the end of the day. But you can best believe that Bobby, he's out for Drew McIntyre now. Like, you can bet on that. Like, he's really mad at Drew McIntyre right now, and I don't blame him. Thank you guys for tuning in for this Raw recap. I'm Asante Grundy from the Disciples of Wrestling. And, yeah, it was a pretty solid show last night. I've definitely seen better shows, but it was solid though. Just felt like a normal Raw to me last night. But I'm ready to see what happens next week though, after what transpired last night between Bobby and especially with like Alexa too, seeing how Nia, or like if Nia and Shayna retaliate on Alexa. But a lot of stuff I'm excited for. So we'll see what happens next week. I'm Asante Grundy. Love you guys. Take care.